James Jimmy Henchman Rosemond, born on February 5, 1965, in Brooklyn, New York, is a figure whose life encapsulates the intersection of the music industry and the violent world of organized crime. His story is one of ambition, controversy, and ultimate downfall, reflecting the complexities and dangers of living on the edge of legality. James Rosemond was born to Haitian immigrant parents who settled in Brooklyn. Growing up in a tough neighborhood, Rosemond was exposed to the harsh realities of street life from an early age. Despite the challenges, he showed promise in his academic endeavors, although the lure of the streets eventually drew him into a life of crime. By the time he was a teenager, he was already involved in petty crime and hustling on the streets. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Rosemond began to make a name for himself in the music industry. He started by managing local artists and soon expanded his influence, recognizing the potential for significant profits in managing high-profile hip-hop acts. Rosemond's ability to network and negotiate deals led to the establishment of Henchman Productions, which would later become Char Entertainment, a management company that would become a significant player in the hip-hop world. Through Char Entertainment, Rosemond managed some of the biggest names in hip-hop. His clients benefited from his strategic thinking and deep connections within the industry. Rosemond was known for his aggressive management style, which helped his artists secure lucrative deals and widespread recognition. His role as a manager and promoter allowed him to influence the careers of numerous artists, cementing his status as a key player in the hip-hop industry. One of the most significant and controversial aspects of Rosemond's life was his alleged involvement in the 1994 attack on Tupac Shakur. On November 30, 1994, Tupac was ambushed and shot multiple times at Quad Recording Studios in Manhattan. Shakur, who survived the assault, publicly accused Rosemond and others of orchestrating the attack. This incident fueled one of the most heated rivalries in hip-hop history and contributed to the East Coast-West Coast feud that dominated the mid-1990s. Shakur's accusations against Rosemond were vehement and public. He named Rosemond in several interviews and songs, directly implicating him in the attack. Rosemond, however, consistently denied any involvement. The feud between Shakur and Rosemond was not just a personal vendetta, it had significant implications for the hip-hop community, exacerbating tensions and leading to further violence and distrust. The attack on Shakur at Quad Studios became a pivotal moment in the East Coast-West Coast rivalry. Shakur's accusations against Rosemond and others intensified the animosity, with each side blaming the other for escalating the conflict. This period saw some of the most prolific and controversial music in hip-hop history, but it also resulted in the untimely deaths of Tupac Shakur and the notorious Biggie Smalls, two of the industry's most iconic figures. Beyond the music industry, Rosemond was deeply involved in criminal activities, including drug trafficking. He ran a sophisticated operation that distributed large quantities of cocaine across the United States. His criminal empire brought him immense wealth but also attracted the attention of law enforcement. Rosemond's operations were marked by their complexity, utilizing a network of couriers, stash houses, and front companies to move and launder drug money. In 2007, Rosemond was implicated in the murder of an affiliate of the G-Unit group. This act of violence was part of a broader feud between Rosemond and the G-Unit crew, led by 50 Cent. The ongoing conflict further entrenched Rosemond's reputation as a dangerous figure in both the music and criminal worlds. The murder was a turning point for law enforcement's efforts to bring down Rosemond. Federal and local authorities intensified their investigations, employing wiretaps, surveillance, and informants to gather evidence against him. The meticulous work of law enforcement uncovered the extent of Rosemond's drug trafficking network and his involvement in violent crimes. In 2011, Rosemond was arrested and charged with running a large-scale drug trafficking operation. The evidence against him was overwhelming, including testimony from former associates and substantial physical evidence. In 2012, Rosemond was convicted on multiple charges, including drug trafficking, obstruction of justice, and weapons possession. He was sentenced to life in prison. Further complicating his legal troubles, Rosemond was charged and convicted in 2014 for orchestrating the murder of the G-Unit affiliate. This conviction added another life sentence to his already significant prison term. The convictions marked the culmination of a decades-long career in crime, bringing an end to his reign as a drug lord and music industry powerhouse. In a surprising turn of events, Rosemond decided to cooperate with federal authorities. His cooperation led to revelations about his criminal network and insights into the broader world of organized crime. This decision was controversial and viewed by many as an act of betrayal, further tarnishing his reputation in the music and criminal communities. Rosemond provided valuable information that helped law enforcement dismantle other criminal enterprises, but it also isolated him from his former allies and associates. Rosemond's impact on the music industry is undeniable. He managed and promoted some of the most successful artists in hip-hop, influencing the direction of the genre and the careers of numerous performers. His ability to navigate the complexities of the music business and secure lucrative deals for his clients earned him respect and notoriety. However, his involvement in criminal activities overshadowed his legitimate accomplishments. The connections between his criminal enterprises and his music management created a complex web of legality, raising questions about the ethics and practices of industry insiders. Rosemond's story is a stark reminder of the blurred lines between business and crime in the entertainment world. His influence on the industry is significant, but his legacy is marred by violence, controversy, and criminality. Rosemond's life reflects the dualities of success and the high stakes of living on the edge of legality. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of mixing business with crime and the inevitable consequences of a life lived in the shadows. His impact on the music industry and his role in feuds are significant chapters in the history of hip-hop, illustrating the complex interplay of culture, crime, and commerce. Jimmy Henchman's journey from the streets of Brooklyn to the heights of the music industry, and ultimately to a life behind bars, is a testament to the dualities of success and criminality. His life reflects the complex interplay between ambition, opportunity, and the choices that define one's legacy. While his contributions to hip-hop are significant, they are forever overshadowed by the violent and illegal activities that led to his downfall. Jimmy Henchman's story is a vivid illustration of the dark side of the American dream, where the pursuit of power and wealth leads to destruction and infamy. It is a story of a man who climbed to the top of the entertainment industry, but was brought down by the very actions that propelled him to success. As hip-hop continues to evolve, the lessons from Rosemond's life remain relevant, reminding us of the costs of living a double life in the worlds of music and crime. On March 23, 2015, Rosemond was sentenced to life in prison plus 20 years by Judge Colleen McMahon. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit overturned the conviction in 2016. The case was tried for the third time in 2017. Rosemond was again convicted and sentenced to life plus 30 years.